Hi, I'm Reed Stevie. Welcome to QA1. We're going to walk you through today and show you how shock absorbers are made and how we build spherical rod ends and bearings. What we're building, we use different products and different pieces of equipment. This section over here, we literally bring in a casting and build an entire shock absorber body out of it. And what we start out as is just a bare slug like this, and then it'll go up to the next stage, and then when it's complete, we end up with a shock absorber body. And this will go off and get anodized, polished and anodized, and then it'll come back to us ready to assemble.
Some of the parts are made on this computer-controlled lathe, which takes metal stock and, using automated controls, creates precision metal parts.
This is what we got.
After the parts are created, they are assembled on-site in an assembly room.
These four guys here will build a shock from raw materials to complete, upwards of 400 in a day that we'll build out here. And essentially what they'll do is take all of his products here, pieces, he assembles the internals here. Charles is assembling the bodies. I showed you earlier the sleeves that we build, manufacture back in the CNC department. That's where he's actually assembling one on the base. Ishmael takes the assembled bodies and it puts the internals for all of the adjusters. And shown you earlier a different version with all of the ports in it back in CNC. That's where those end up. He builds the adjusters and installs them, and then Victor does the wet assembly. Victor's a school teacher during the year, and then in the summer he comes over here and does this.
Each is washed and tested for strength.
We dyno every shock that we build, so every one of them will get tested. Basically the dyno is an equipment tester that tests the operation of the shock absorber. We can test, it's basically based off force and velocity. So it tests the speed of the shock and then the amount of force that the shock is building inside. And what she's doing now is she's just setting it up so that basically setting the baseline on it and then testing it to make sure that all of the valving works properly. We kind of go above and beyond with the testing with that product. We test every shock. Most manufacturers will test 1 in 20 or 1 in 50. From there it goes to packaging, and from packaging it goes right to the consumer. We have the ability to, the technology that we use and have designed into ours, we have the ability to build a very high-end shock that the average consumer can afford. We use technology in our shock absorbers that only some of the high-end race teams had access to years ago. We build shock absorbers that the average guy can buy today that several years ago were only available through very, very, very limited quantities and very high-end race teams and outlets such as that.